I just put on a plastic. Billy suggested bubble gum. He said bubble gum works. I put bubble gum on, and I think it works. This is a cow. Oh my god. Alright, my faithful boat partner Will, who's been filming for me, finally picked up a rod. Took like one cast pretty much. I think it was one cast. 2 casts, sorry. Here we go. Look at that. There's nothing wrong with that fish. That's a beauty. Very good job, sir. And long overdue, I might add. Nice pike. Alright, Will's into another one. Same bay. Another chunky fish. Looks like 40-inch range. We first pulled up into this corner right here, close to shore. And each one of us raised a fish. Will raised the same fish, I think, twice. He was just staring at his lure, just malevolently, with zero interest. That one's all beat up from spawning. Look at that one. We're about a good 2-hour drive west of Blackmur'S camp, out towards the main body of the lake, on the north shore of the lake. And we just stuck our nose into this. There's a whole network of bays and channels. The north shore is just so different from the south shore. It's all rocky and Canadian shield, all this old granite, and the south shore is sand and shallow. It's like totally different. This looks pretty good. There's a couple of creeks flowing in back in these 2 corners here, and it's late afternoon, early evening probably. My guess is we're gonna do well. Not a huge pike, but this is a really cool spot. Like literally 3 boat lengths behind me here. It's 30 feet deep. Just a tiny little spot here. There's a little bit of a creek filtering in here, and there's a bunch of pike. Look at that one. There's one right there. And look at him. Look at that, is wild. There's like a pack. They're like a pack of wolves. So this is what I'm using right now. It's a 7.5-inch Shadzilla from Waterwolf Lures. Typically a musky bait, but I'm fairly certain the lake trout are going to eat. All right, Will's up to bat. We'll see what it is. Obviously, lake trout. Smack that Shadzilla. He's got a different colored purple and sort of chartreuse and white. The Shadzilla is on fire. Absolutely on fire. They like this one. This one's a little putting up more of a fight than the other one. That's for sure. I just said to Will, I think your drag is too loose. And he's like, no, I got it cranked right down. And that's kind of a pool cue of a rod. That's a musky stick, if I'm not mistaken. Nice little back bay here. Very shallow right here, but anyway, I don't know if we can get through there or not. We might have to pole our way through. I'm going to see if we can, because it could be infested with giant pike. I think we're going to find out. Well, we just had a nightmare situation. Took us about half an hour to drag the boat through this shallow minefield of rock, and we're sure hoping that this spot has some fish. We're gonna find out. We're in a back bay. The other two members of the crew are just over there. I missed one, had another follow, and this is a pretty decent pike. Nothing wrong with this fish at all. The wind is just pounding into this bay, and it's kind of just a vast, massive area, as you can see here. And it's taken a bit of time to kind of find the spot, but I think we found something. I just had another one about a minute ago at that point up there. I just lost one, a decent one, a couple casts ago, and then this one. Very quality fish. Will, you scum! I had this fish follow my lure in hot, just like a friggin' nuclear rocket. Oh, and I had it on, it missed it, and then I threw mine out, and anyway, it just inhaled Will's spoon right beside the boat. Decent fish, right on. Right on. I'll draw them in, you catch them, buddy. Nice. That was my fish. Well, looky. Look at that. That's what happens. Those pike are so savage and so big. They snap musky rods. Tried everything. This is a line through trout. It's made by Savage Gear. It's a soft plastic swim bait. It's got this metal leader through the body, and the hooks. The fish is hooked, the bait slides up the line. So the only thing I haven't tried yet, it looks alive. Oh! Apparently they like the Savage Gear. This one didn't have a chance to slide up the line because the fish engulfed the entire thing. Oh boy. Oh, I really like this thing. Wow. Oh boy. This could be a good fish, actually. That's a big fish. Big fish there. Oh boy. It's right beside the boat. Oh my god, I just hooked onto an outboard. Oh, that is wild. Oh my, oh, line burn, line burn. I think this is a giant fish. Shadzilla, the pink shadzilla. Oh man, it just felt like a log. Oh yeah. For like about 5 minutes, it was like bump, 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 hit after hit, and then this thing was just like, oh, engulfed it. Our last day, we're in this back bay and well hooked up. Look at that, nice one. Ooh, there's another one there.
Come here, big arrow.
Way to go. Nice, buddy. Good job. Cool. Another quality pike. Oh. Just waking up now. Oh, he was so docile and cooperative at first.
That's beauty. Very, very.
Okay, we're right in front of the lodge here. The lodge is just behind those trees there. It's our last day, so we're fishing for walleye. I think there's quite a few. This is a small one, but we just started. Come on, Mr. Walleye. Just have a little Northland Impulse Paddletail minnow on. As usual, always one of my favorites, but again, I really don't think it matters a whole lot up here what you're using. Whoop, there's one. There's a very, very well-defined river channel here, surrounded by weeds. We're just drifting up onto the shallow edge of it here, but there's a 12-foot channel right in front of us, bordered by weeds. And just up around the corner there's rapids. There's a little riffle where the Otherside River flows in right beside the lodge. It's a natural spot. I didn't take too long. That's a nice one. I'm actually really surprised the average size of these walleyes being so far north. Oh, there we go, double. I don't know what I got here. It's a big fish. I think it's a giant pike. What do we got here? Fishing for walleye. Surprise, surprise. Oh man, you gotta be kidding me. I gotta chase it. This is cool. Hoopa! We need another harpoon. Oh yeah, that is a big pike, like a very big pike. Holy cow!
Get the net for this one. That is wild. Woo! Can you believe that? That's crazy. Oh my goodness. Why did we make those 40-kilometer long runs again? I'm not quite sure why. Lead it right in, bud. All right. Alright, I'm going to do a short tour of Blackmur'S Otherside River Lodge on Lake Athabasca. I'm standing here on the dock right now, and we're just going to have a look at the boats. There's 3 guide boats here. They're 18-foot Warriors with an 80-inch beam with 60 horse. Some of them are, actually those are all Evinrude E-Tech motors. The rest of the boats are 18-foot Illumarines with 40 horse 4-stroke Yamaha motors on the back. These are the boats that we were using all week long. And on the GPS, with 2 fairly big guys and a whole lot of gear in these boats, we were doing roughly 42 kilometers an hour. Sometimes a little bit faster if we weren't battling a headwind. But they're great boats. Alright, here we are at the main lodge. This is where everyone gathers for all of our meals, and it's kind of the social center of the lodge. Here we are. So this is where we all gather to eat breakfast. We're not usually here for lunch, but Stella and her staff has been feeding us fantastic dinners here in the evening. Sometimes there's live music. That's the bar right there for happy hour. And if you don't have... Hey, there's the man right there. There's our host. That's Cliff. If you don't have a full selection of tackle, Cliff has it here for you to use when you're at the lodge.